a video on these crystals that have formed on the inside of this jar. So well, it's not focusing particularly very well. My camera's getting a bit old. My phone's getting a bit old, it's not a camera. Oh, there we go. So, crystals have formed on the inside of this jar. And inside this, I kept in the jar was some reduced fruit juice. So, leftover grapes and oranges and lemons and limes. I kind of puree them down and then freeze them. And then when I've got enough, I strain it, reduce it, and turn it into a cordial. I didn't have just quite time to turn it into cordial the last time I made it, so I just put it into a jar and put a lid on it, and kind of thought, oh, it'll be fine for a couple of weeks in the cupboard because it was all sterilised. I kind of thought, when I've got a bit more time, I'll make. When I've got a bit more time and I need some cordial, then I'll make some cordial then. And what I found is, when I've turned this jar out, the liquid out, these crystals are formed on the insides, which I think are tartaric acid, which is what forms in wine. And I've done a video on this before. So the crystals that form in wine, they're also formed in my grape jelly. So, but it's also, from my point of view, kind of quite interesting that it forms in a reduced fruit juice as well, not just in reduced wine, but also in a reduced heavily grape, well, it's mostly grape is the juice, but it's formed in that as well. So just kind of quite interesting that's happened. Of course but then it kind of makes sense that it has happened because the grape jelly that I make is a reduced grape juice, which you then add sugar to and pectin. So it kind of makes sense that they would form in a fruit juice as well. So, I mean, like grape juices, to transport things, they evaporate off the liquid in them to reduce the weight, so you can transport larger quantities of concentrated grape juice than you can of just like a tanker load full of normal grape juice. So I wonder if there is a way around stopping the crystals from form, or it's just something that naturally happens. But just a video on an observation out of my own interest, and I probably should do some more research on it, but just interesting from my point of view. But there we go.